Good morning, team. So we'll start session in few minutes.
Okay, good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Morning. Anyone attending today as a first class? No? Okay, right. Let me share my screen. Okay. Just a minute. Okay, sorry for that. So, welcome back. Today is the day 2 of our 5-day demo classes. If anyone who has not joined our WhatsApp group, you can scan this and join our WhatsApp group. We'll be getting direct link to join the class. Yesterday, we just got started with what's our core structure is there, what is the role of data engineer, why data is so important, and what are the different roles in data domain, and how is data engineer backbone for each other different domain, how it's a market situation for data engineer, how we'll be having opportunity, and what should be a typical roadmap for our data engineer, and how we can use Snowflake with different tools. We just have that high level information in yesterday's class. Anyone who did not go through yesterday's class, please go and see. You can access that through our portal also. or you can access in that our YouTube channel like KSR Data Vision. You can just go through that. At the end also, I'll be explaining you what is the course structure and all. Please give me some time. But what will be today's agenda? Now we will be directly getting started with our main course. There is no wasting time. First and foremost tool we'll be learning is SQL. I know there might be few folks here who already know SQL, who have already worked with SQL and all. Please bear with me for a day or two, because we have to take care of the people who don't know anything related to SQL. We'll be completely starting with fundamentals. We will understand few concepts, but those who know SQL, once we go in that intermediate level, we'll be start doing all coding, all everything for your interview purpose, whatever you require. Different scenarios we'll take. We'll try to improve our logic building and all once we finish our fundamentals. Today's main agenda will be, we'll understand what is SQL, what is the history of SQL, why SQL is important, what kind of database we are using, and what all things will be there inside our SQL as an object. We'll just have a high level knowledge on that, and we'll install our MySQL, and we'll get started directly also little bit coding at the end of our class. Now, that being said, before getting into our main topic, I have a few questions for you. Do you guys know when did Facebook was invented? Any idea? Which year Facebook was invented?
Around 2015.
Okay.
2005, 2006, like that, I guess.
Okay. Good. So Facebook was invented in 2004.
Yeah.
Okay. What about YouTube?
Around same time.
Okay. 2005. Twitter. Who uses Twitter now? Okay.
Around
2006,
Okay. 2006. WhatsApp.
2007.
Okay. It was 2009. PhonePe 2008. Now, when I ask you this, now you are using your day-to-day application. You are using YouTube. You are using Twitter. Using PhonePe, WhatsApp. You might not be using Facebook. You might be using Instagram nowadays. But we don't know when this particular tools or particular application was developed. Now I'll ask you another question. When did India win their first World Cup? When did India win their first T20 World Cup?
2007.
Okay. When did RCB win their first cup?
What was it?
Okay. No one watches IPL here? Okay. Did India win yesterday's match? Which match was there yesterday?
India
Semi-final.
versus semi-final, yeah. India versus England.
Okay. Now, when I was asking you about the simple stuff that with respect to cricket and all, because most of the people will follow and they know all that information. Even India won their first World Cup at 1983, you were able to answer. Why? Because that is registered inside your brain. Your brain have that information. In the same way, every day there are a huge amount of data is generated by each and every application. There is a rapid increase of data, and in the year of 2020-25, it was up to 175 zettabytes of data. Do you know what do you mean by zettabyte? Anyone?
No.
Okay. Even I don't know. Let's use ChatGPT. Let's be smart enough.
1024 petabytes.
Good. How much is 175 zettabytes of data equivalent to GBs? Now it is converting. It is saying 1.7 trillion GBs of data. Now, in the year 2025 itself, it has developed 175 zettabytes. Now it's almost 2029 now. Still the data has been increased a lot. Now, as a human, can anyone go and process this much amount of data?
No.
Now, this is a data which is produced, but there might be a situation where I need to update this data, delete this data, search the data. I have to do some manipulation of data. As a human, I will not be able to handle all these things. Now we will park this, how to go and handle this data. I have one more question. What is this?
Warehouse.
Now we'll take a small particular use case. This is something called the Amazon warehouse, where whenever you go and order anything, they will go and keep that into this warehouse before they go and deliver it for you. I'll take one small use case of Amazon. Whenever you go and you want to order anything in your Amazon, what you will be doing?
Check for the product, see the availability, and order.
Okay. First and foremost, you'll go and browse the product. Then you will add that to a particular product to your cart to go and buy. Once you add that, you go and select your delivery address. Then you use your particular payment method and you will go and place your order. After doing that, you will be getting this all information in the backend.
Yes.
Now, each and every information when you added, when you brought, when you do this, each and everything. Now, when was particularly Amazon started buying? Now, it was early 2008 or 2010, where your smartphone was invented, when you got getting this particular smartphones and all. At that time, did you ever go and buy directly from Amazon, paying 20,000, 30,000, 1 lakh rupees?
No.
Now you're blindly going and ordering. There is one particular phone called Samsung Z Fold, or now they have added something called the Trifold. Okay, it will go and remove in 3 particular layer. It is around 2+ lakh rupees. People are buying this particular phone in Amazon blindly by paying 2 lakh. Do anyone have this particular phone? Z Fold or this Trifold phone? Anyone have this?
No.
Why? If you have this much costly phone, will you join any data engineering course? No, right? Same way, now anyone can go and buy anything. They are buying lakhs of rupees from Amazon. Why they are doing is, now whatever you go and buy, each and every information Amazon is giving for you, they're tracking that particular information. They are understanding, okay, this is the particular whatever the product is there, it is dispatched from this warehouse, it is going to another warehouse. I'm able to get this is the expected time what I can get. And if there are any issues also, you can go and raise that particular issue to Amazon, saying that this is a product I ordered, but something I got. All these things you have a proof as a digital proof. You can blindly trust on Amazon. And there might be a situation where you order something and you get something that's a different scenario and all. But nowadays, people are going and trusting Amazon to get all these things. Now, how does this particular tracking comes? Now, everything you are getting at particular this 10:30 a.m. it is dispatched from this, it is dispatched from this. You are getting each and everything. Do you think there is a person who is sitting in the back end and adding all this particular information to your applications?
Yes.
Okay. Now, how does this process work? Now, whenever you go and work with any of the applications, for example, you go and create an account, you add information, add address, search for products, add to cart, any making delivery, whatever you do with respect to Amazon, there is always something called as database in the back end. Now, what do you mean by this database? Database is is a collection of objects, structured data information that can be stored electronically and access or manage, update, delete, whatever you want to do, you can do with this particular database. When you go and search in your UI, I want to find a iPhone 15, it will go and hit but now you're going and searching. You're getting some information, you're going and searching, your organization or analyzing or anything, your particular application is designed in such a way, it goes and communicate with your database, and based on your search, whatever is there, it has to process that, collect the data, perform some operation, and then that information has to be displayed for. Now, all these things can be happen only if that particular data is stored anywhere. If you go and create any account, that has to be stored, because if your information is not there with respect to Amazon, they will never be able to satisfy whatever the orders you have done. They cannot come and deliver that. They need to maintain each and every information correctly. Anything they are going to do mistake, then the business will go and affect. So they have to keep somewhere. It should be an automated process. I cannot come and ask someone to keep that in an Excel file. If anyone is keeping in an Excel file and all, daily they have to go search and they have to do a lot of things, lot of headaches and all. So they create one something called as an object called database. Under database, all that information is stored. Now, you went and stored all the particular information with respect to this object called database. Now I need to go and communicate with respect to database, because I cannot directly get that information. For example, if I started talking with you with respect to Mandarin language, will you able to understand?
No.
If I talk any something Japanese language, anyone understand Japanese here? Korean? Japanese? Okay. If I talk in Telugu? Anyone knows Telugu?
Yes.
Okay. If I talk in Hindi?
Somehow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Tamil? Kannada? If I started talking regional language, few folks might understand, few folks might not understand. But if I am talking in English, can anyone not understand English, what I'm talking? Everyone can understand English?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, since English is a universal language that is usually used in a communication purpose, in the same way, I need to go and communicate with my database. I need one universal language. That language is nothing but SQL. SQL is a language that is used to communicate with a database. It will allow us to, if you want to store the data, SQL will go and communicate with the database saying that store this particular data. I want to retrieve this particular data. If you go and search anything in your Amazon, I want some product, it will go and communicate with your database, search that particular database and bring that particular database. I want to manage my data. I can go and do. In this way, the SQL is one of the tool that is being used to communicate with the database, and database is one of the object that is gone and you're going and bringing that data and keeping that data. Now, the same way as I said, whenever you go and search for iPhone 15, you'll be able to fetch that. Whenever you want to go and check your past history, also can do. If any updates, for example, there is an out of stock update you will be seeing inside your Amazon. Whenever you go and search, everything I'll be going and doing that with respect to database, with respect to SQL, that will be displayed for you. There will be no one who can directly bring add information. These all will be automated process. SQL will be communicated with respect to database. That information will be displayed for you in your UI. Now, why we need particularly database? As I said, a data is going rapidly. It is going 175 zettabytes of data has been grown, and I cannot come as a human being. I cannot come and process that particular data using my brain. I have to go and safely, securely store that data and easily access that particular data to any of the web interface or any of the other applications where it will be very quick and easy to get that particular data. And if any new data is also coming, editing of or updating of data is there, each and everything I have to do in an easy way, then I'll be using something called as a database. Using database only, you can be able to manage a huge amount of data. That can be in your on-prem system or it can be any cloud system also, doesn't matter. Database is an object where you go and store each and every data. Are we clear why? What is database?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what are some of the good properties of database? Okay, we need to understand some good properties also of some databases. Now, first and foremost is scalability. Now, let's understand in a layman language. If you go and buy any laptop, what you will do? What you will first check? Laptop configurations. Okay. How much is the RAM? RAM 8 GB RAM. What is the processor? It's a i5 processor. What is the storage? 500 GB of storage. This is what particularly a basic configuration of any laptop you go and do. This is what purchase you are doing and you are having. Now, they will come and say, this is what I'm giving you for 50,000, but you can go and increase your RAM GB up to 16 GB or 32 GB. They say additional RAM, you can go and add that. You can go and increase your storage up to 2 TB. They will say like that. Yep. Have you seen this while purchasing a laptop? A salesman will be coming and saying that you can increase your laptop, but this is what the configuration we are giving as a default for this particular laptop. Now, what you are doing, you are increasing the configuration of your laptop. If you increase the RAM, more memory processing you can do. You can more go and store your data. Scalability is nothing but you can go with respect to database. You can increase your processing power. You can increase in your storage power. That all things you can do with respect to database whenever you are using database. That's one of the feature of your database. Good. Then what do you mean by elasticity? Okay. Now, anyone wait for Amazon Big Billion Day here? What is this? Okay. Now, using Big Billion Day, they say whenever there is a Diwali festival, Dasra festival, they'll say from 26th to 30th, you'll be having Big Billion Day. You'll be having lot of offers. For example, you have iPhone 15. Usually, it will come for 50,000. For Big Billion Day, we'll give you for 35,000, and the sale go live at 12 a.m. Now, whenever you go 12 a.m., usually the traffic for your Amazon website will be, let's say, 1 million people per day. Now, if anything, prices, everything is reduced and they're giving offer, there might be a situation 10 million people can come. Yep. To buy the products. And whenever you see, whenever at 12 a.m., as soon as it go live, you will keep on seeing the processing. I'll say out of stock, or it will say you are in queue, you are waiting, your order is in queue, it will be processed. All these particular things they will be showing. Yes. Will not be able to browse that particular Amazon website also. Or if you're going and seeing, you are going and booking any with respect to railway booking, you want to book at Tatkal, and you try to go and access every day at 11:30 a.m. it will start. As soon as you open, your servers will be loading. You will not be going and able to access, right? Have seen these things? Now, why it happens is there is sudden increase in traffic for your website. Yes. A lot of people try to access at the same time, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Now, for that 1 hour, people is coming and accessing, I need to increase my configuration. That time your database is, you can go do that with respect to database because it's elasticity. In some of the database, we have configuration. For example, Snowflake, you have configuration. Databricks, you have configuration where suddenly you can increase that particular configuration. Elastically, you can increase. After my requirement, I'll bring back to the normal. That thing you can do with respect to a database. The next important thing is security and governance. Whenever you go and work with any of the database object, I need to make sure that unnecessarily access I should not give for each and every person, because you are maintaining your data, you are particularly Amazon only you go and take, if unnecessarily you are exposing your data for different teams, you are breaching certain data breaches you are doing. So you have to maintain, and all that security you can do on top of your object using SQL, using something called a role-based access control. For example, only sales teams can go and see with respect to sales data. Only products team can go and see only with respect to products data. They should not have access of sales, because all these things we can come and maintain. And there are certain rules and regulation by every particular government has been implemented. For example, in US, there are a lot of compliance you have to file based on the domain. For example, there is something called HIPAA compliance with respect to healthcare domain. We have so many personal information. We have to secure all those compliance you can go and apply on top of my database. So that facility is there. If I'm using any Excel sheet, I have 10 columns. I have 2 million, or let's say I have 20K records. If I give this particular Excel sheet, can I go and control only to give 5 columns for this? No, right? I have to again copy that to another different Excel sheet and give that particular Excel sheet. I cannot have that governance on top of my Excel sheet and all. And it's very difficult to maintain that particular Excel sheet. If I need to go and read any data, I have to do that all with respect to manually. I have to search that. All that thing will be difficult. Whereas I'm storing that in a database, I'll use SQL and I'll be able to easily access that particular information. That is one of the feature of your governance also and security also. And finally, if I come and see, there is something called the data integrity. Now, what do you understand by the word integrity?
Referential integrity, here it is, or data integrity. Combine the data.
Okay.
Data accuracy.
Okay, good.
Data should be reliable.
Good. Yep. Exactly. Now, I'm bringing my data into my database. I need to organize that data. I cannot blindly come and keep that data as some dumps I cannot do. I will be organizing my data in the form of tables. That particular tables, I can maintain a relationship between the tables. I can make sure whatever the data I'm adding, it's not some scrap data I'm adding. There I can come and define certain rules and regulation on top of my tables, saying that don't add any empty data. If you have anything with respect to relationship, you maintain relationship between one table to another table. I want to maintain some unique values under this particular data. I want to maintain this. I can do all those things by defining certain structural changes on top of my table using my data integrity. Now, since it has all some of the properties, the databases are widely used to store and communicate with respect to different application, and organize my data will become much more efficient since it's having different properties. Now, if you come back, now all these things are basic stuff, but how exactly that data will be stored inside our database? We'll try to understand that. Now, if you come and see, as I show you this particular slide first. I showed you this particular slide. This is what data warehouse, where you are going and keeping all your data. You can we consider this equivalent to that of database? Yes.
Yes.
Now we can come and consider this is equivalent to database. Now inside Amazon, we are going and storing different goods, where inside our database we will be storing our data. Now there might be a situation where you might be getting some electronic data, you might be getting clothing data, you might be getting furniture data. Can I directly go and scramble anywhere and keep like that? Will it be easy to able to manage for me if I'm doing that in data warehouse? No, right? No, right? I need to go and organize my data. Exactly. So I'll do what? This particular section is only for electronics. This particular section is only for clothing brand. This particular section is for my furnitures and all. These are my other section. I'll go and organize my data or whatever the goods are there inside my warehouse, I'm going and organizing. In the same way, if I need to go and organize my data inside my database, I will create something called as a schema. Schema is nothing but structural organization or blueprint of data inside my database. I have a whole database. For example, my particular database is Amazon. Under Amazon, I need to go and organize my sales related data. I'll create one sales schema. I want to, under the sales schema, I'll only add data related to sales. I need to go and have one particular information about products. I'll create one sales product schema. I'll add only information about products. I need to have information about my particular return related particular products and all. I will go and or delivery related products. I'll put delivery as a schema. I'll maintain all that information here so that I'm organizing my particular data much more efficiently. Those things are called as a schema. Are we good? What do you mean by schema? It's a logical container inside your database where you are going and organizing your data. I can keep that particular data with respect to what kind of data I'm getting. Are we good? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, once I've organized my particular schema, I had my database. Under that, I have schema. Now here, I'll be going and maintaining different objects. The very first object is table. Now, whenever you go and see table, now let's consider this particular rack. Okay, this is all as a sales schema, and I'll consider all my particular sales or my products. Let me consider as product, which is related to electronic. Now, electronic products are there. Now, under one section, I'm keeping all my phones. I'm keeping my phones. My table is now phone. It is information related to phone. Now, under this particular column, I am keeping Apple related products. Here I'm keeping Oppo. Here I'm keeping Samsung. Like this, I'm keeping my products. Now, what I am doing, I'm labeling my particular what kind of data I'm keeping under this section. These vertical labeling are called as columns. Now, what data you are keeping here, you are keeping as a horizontally, you are keeping data. These are called rows, and what data you are keeping are called as a something called as a records. Now, table is what? Where structurally you are going and organizing your particular data in the form of columns and rows. Columns are what kind of data you are storing. You are defining that particular information. For example, this is the product name, this is the product ID, this is the price, this is quantity, what kind of product. And rows are nothing but what record you are going and keeping. If you come and see that information, this is how it looks like. You have a column, something called as a field also you can go and say, where I'm giving that, and you have a record. This is one record. Whole together is one record, and each particular values, this are called as data value. Row 1, row 2, row 3 are rows, and whole together is called as a table. Are we good with the first object? What do you mean by table? Who is new to SQL? Anyone new to SQL here? Sorry, I'm not able to hear you. It's a lot of disturbance from your side. I'm not able to hear you. Okay. Anyone new to SQL? Anyone completely new to SQL here? No one? Okay. Who raised hands? Sorry, let me see who raised hands. Okay. Fine. I'm not able to hear you, but is this concept clear? If you have anything, you can put in a chat. Okay. Fine. Now we understood what is database. We understood what is schema. We understood one of the object called what is table. Now, before going and entering into actually coding, we need to understand few more things like what are the different types of databases we have. One is something called as a relational. One is called as NoSQL database. Now, what do you understand by the word relational? What's the meaning of the word relation?
Link between one object to the other object or one person to other, like that. To
Okay.
link it.
Okay, good.
Tables are related to each other.
Okay, good. Good. Now, whenever I'm going and keeping my data into my database, I have a privilege to maintain it in the form of structural table. And once I have my table structure like this, I have my particular privileges to go and maintain that relationship if required between two tables. Then those kind of tables are, or those kind of databases are called as a relational database. Now there is something called as a NoSQL database. Now, what you understand by the NoSQL database is that here we will be going and keeping the data in a raw format that can be coming as JSON data, or it's a key value pair, or it can be documented kind of data. That kind of data also we can go and store. Those databases are called as a NoSQL database. Now, why we require this NoSQL database? When we have a relational database, I can go and maintain it in a well-structured format. Why? Because there might be a situation where your data is continuously generated. That particular data might be generated by any applications or anything where I have no time to go and convert that into a tabular format. But I can't go and wait also. I need to get that data as soon as whatever the data is generated. I need to get that particular data. At that time, I'll be using NoSQL databases where I'll bring us unstructured data as it is. But here I'll not be able to keep that data in the form of tables and columns. This will be coming as in the form of key value pairs or anything where in the form of key, I'll be having my column information. Value, I'll be having in the form of what kind of record is there. I'll be keeping that. And after that data comes to here, in the later stages, if I need to go and convert, I'll be converting that into a tabular structure again with respect to a relational databases. Now, if you come and see how the data source in a relation, it is same as it is, where we have what? Table 1, table 2, where I can easily go and join these particular two tables. I have IDs here, skill ID, skill ID. I can go and join these two and maintain a relationship and create as a whole one table. But when you come to NoSQL, it will be stored like this, where I'll be having IDs, names, skills, and all. It is what in the form of JSON data or key value pairs. This is key, this is value, key, value, key, different values. Now directly I cannot go and read this. You cannot use your direct SQL commands on top of this because you have to write different kind of queries. That is NoSQL query, that is completely different. But when we come and use something called as a MySQL or Oracle or MS SQL, Postgres, Snowflake, Databricks, everywhere we are using something called as a relational database, and we'll be concentrating on the relational database. Are we good?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Fine. Just a high level on SQL. What do you mean by SQL is nothing but structured query language. As I said, used to communicate with respect to databases. We can do all these things. Now, history of your SQL, when you say it was invented in 1970s by IBM researcher. Okay. And earlier it was called as SQL, but now it is called as a SQL. Now, why I brought this particular history? It was invented in 1970. Today, particular current year is 2026. How many years? Around 56 years? Yes? Yes?
Yes.
Now, it's been 56 years since your SQL has been invented. But if you go and see, whenever you are processing any data, the language that is widely used still is nothing but your SQL. Around 55% to 60%, any time if you want to go and communicate with respect to data, SQL is the language. If you go and apply any job, it might be software job, it might be QA job, it might be something called as data related job, first and foremost language they were going to ask you is, are you good with SQL? Why? Because SQL is the only language that can go and communicate with respect to your data very well. Whereas other languages also can go and communicate. For example, in Python, we have enriched number of libraries. A lot of libraries are there. It is much more easy to write complex queries and all, but also Python lags behind, because if you want to go and communicate with respect to data or databases, again you have to go and direct it to SQL. Then only you have to write 100 lines of code. You have to go and again use SQL inside your Python. Then you can go and communicate. Without SQL, I cannot go and communicate with database. There are a lot of language. Now our language has drastically reduced, and there is an increase in Python language. Hadoop is also reduced. There is an increase in Spark now. These are different languages are there. But why SQL is preferred is these all things require something called the learning curve. A lot of complex things you have to write. If I had to write a lot of logic, I had to learn a lot of logic. I had to go and connect, have communication. So many things I have to do. Whereas SQL directly you go and write. If I go and say select from my table, it will go and bring the data and it will display. But here I have to write 100 lines of code. That's the reason. Any data related field, if you go and do, you have to first learn SQL. Now, has a particular lead, if I'm going and taking any interview related to any job, that might be any data related job, I am going and giving first round of interviews there. Out of 30 minutes, I will go and check minimum 15 minutes on your SQL coding skills. It can be as simple as possible. It can be as complex as possible. I will first check whether you are good with SQL or not. Even though if you're struggling to write a Python code, I'm fine with that, because you can easily pick up with Python. But if you're not at all good with SQL, if you're even doing silly mistake, your fundamentals are very bad, even though you have 10 different tools you have attached in your resume, you have worked on 10 plus years of experience also you are not good with SQL, I directly reject you, because that's how important is SQL in any of the companies. Are we good? Why we need to learn SQL? Yep.
To integrate with the database.
Exactly. Okay, fine. Now, I'll come back to this something called the OLTP and OLAP tomorrow. We will see few things with respect to SQL. Now, when you come back to SQL relational database, there are different types of SQL. Now, I'll give anyone here who is learning car driving, or who anyone learned recently car driving, who is new to driving? Anyone? Okay. Now, if you have learned recently, or one or 2 years recently also you have learned, let me ask you one question. You went and you joined any driving school for learning cars. Usually, what kind of cars they will be having in driving school?
Manual.
Okay, Swift.
Manual
Desire.
transmission cars.
Sorry,
Manual transmission cars.
that is fine. That is fine. But company, I'm asking company.
Yes.
Usually they use Maruti Suzuki car.
Yes.
Why? Why they use Maruti Suzuki car usually in driving class?
Low cost, reliable, easy to maintain.
Okay. One of the most thing is what? Petrol.
Mileage.
Mileage. Okay, because Maruti Suzuki car will give good mileage, they'll be able to use this mileage. Now, whenever you go and learn any particular driving class, they are using what? Maruti Suzuki car, and you are learning, and you learned for, let's say, 20 days, you went and you learned, and you want to buy a car now. Now, you learned what? Desire. Desire is a very old model. Will you go and purchase this particular car only, or will you go and see and do research on different models, different car brands and all, and you can go and purchase any kind of car you can drive? Or you are only entitled to drive Maruti Suzuki car?
Any car you can drive.
Now, if you know driving one car, you can go and drive any car in the same way. What's the fundamental for driving car? You need to know how your particular steering handle is handled. What do you mean by clutch? What do you mean by brake? What do you mean by gear? You need to understand all these things. And what are the fundamentals? What is this in your car? How you can go and manage your car and all? You need to go and understand this. If you are able to ride a small Alto car, can you go and ride Benz car? Yes. It will be anything difficult to ride any BMW car if you know how to ride a small Alto car?
No.
Will there be any difference?
Some differences will be there, but overall, how do you handle the steering? You need to wear the seat belt. That does not change.
Okay. Now, what will be the difference between Alto and Benz? In Benz or BMW, they will give you an option called ADAS feature. Do you know what is this ADAS feature?
Yes, it is an automatic driver assistance system. Your car will not crash. It has sensors to detect whether object is in front or behind, and it will alert you. And then, if you are still not alerted, it will brake.
Exactly. Good. So it will try to drive automatically based on whatever the cars or any particular motor vehicles are coming in the front. It will track that and all. Based on that, it will can drive. But there is some assistance needed from you also to ride that. There will be very good features. There will be a lot of AC features. There will be a lot of big display for you. A lot of things will be there under BMW. Whereas in Alto, can we have this? No, right? But what's the price of this and what's the price of this? More than 10x or more than 100x based on the cost increase? So it's completely disturbance from your end. You try to speak something, but I'm not able to hear you. I think some issue with the mic. Okay, sorry for that, but yeah. Now, since features will increase, price will also increase. You keep that in one mind. But what's the fundamental of riding car is? At least 90% of riding particular BMW car, maybe features little bit here and there might be different, but you know how to ride a car, there will be not much issue. In the same way, you go and take any of the different database, that is Microsoft SQL Server, Postgres, IBM, DB2, Oracle, MySQL. These are different brands. How we have in car different brands? Hyundai, we have Kia, we have something called as Skoda. All these different cars have different brands, but the fundamentals of each car is driving. All we have transmission, we have gears, we have each and everything remains same. The all other databases, fundamental of SQL will be same. 90% of the code will be same. If you learn MySQL, you will be able to write the Oracle code. You will be writing here. But there features will be differing in one or two features will be differing. Little bit syntax will be there because it depends on the applications and all. How we have in our German cars, if you come and see, there is a feature for your particular indicators on the left side and bonnet, everything that particular wiper things on the right side. Whereas all these things will interchange for other cars. Now, in the same way, features here and there will be same. But if you learn one particular database, easily you can go and interact with other database. That's the reason we'll be only concentrating on one particular database called MySQL. That doesn't mean that you cannot work with MySQL, Postgres or not. Each and everything, whatever the objects, whatever the things, whatever the logic will be building, each and everything will be same. But when you use something called as a programmable SQL, PLSQL, where we'll be building logic-based things, we'll be doing store procedures, we'll be building functions and all, that time there will be a change with respect to different databases according to their softwares. Are we good? Are we good with different databases and why we are using MySQL?
Yes.
Okay. Now, again, specifically why we are using MySQL is it's an open base. We can easily configure that inside your laptop. We can easily install that. One more important use case is whatever the code you are writing in MySQL, almost the same code you'll be writing in Snowflake, almost the same code you'll be writing in Databricks. Now, whatever the objects I'll be doing inside SQL, I'll be explaining you different things with respect to how to join the table, how to go and do Windows function, how to do some advanced feature aggregations and all. Each and everything will be same with respect to Snowflake and Databricks. That's the reason I'll be going and showing with respect to MySQL. You have to install MySQL and then we'll be getting started with MySQL. Any doubts on theory part, whatever so far we have done?
Sagar, these are the different databases or the SQL execution engines. So,
Yeah,
what do we call all of them?
No, you can say that, for example, this particular Microsoft SQL, it's have their own engine. For example, whenever you go and install any software, right, the servers and all that has to communicate. So that power, what is there, the software is given by Microsoft. So what is called as a Microsoft SQL Server, and in the backend language is again used as SQL. So here and there, a little bit syntax changes will be there. Got it?
Okay, but the application connectivity for so if I'm using some particular application, so the connectivity also we need to check, right? Maybe it is compatible with Oracle or maybe it is compatible with DB2. So
That
based upon
depends on that depends on software. What now, for example, you are using Amazon, right? Amazon should go and communicate with respect to deep database. At that time, how to communicate, configuration, these all things is an admin activity because they will take care. It depends on your network because communication will be happening through network and all. That configuration also you have to check. But once that configuration is established, the communication is done by SQL.
okay.
That SQL language, what I'm saying, is same almost in all the language. The configuration part and all you leave aside.
Okay.
Okay.
But any of these particular database, they are compatible enough to work with any application, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. And it depends on company what kind of application they want to use.
Okay.
Fine. Now, if you come back, just a minute. Now, anyone who is attending today as a first class, if you can go and log in into our website, KSR Data Vision. If you don't have account, please go and create an account. You'll be able to get this particular portal like this. Go to courses. As soon as you get courses, free sessions. Under that, we have something called a Snowflake. Click on this Snowflake. Now, if you want to understand what's the roadmap for our course and all, you can go and click this particular video. You'll be able to see each and everything. Under that, for you, it is first 5 classes free. You can go and always go and for you, it will show as an enroll. Please enroll. Once you enroll, it will be access courses. As soon as you come and access courses, all the information with respect to sessions, what all sessions we have done, that information is here. Now, yesterday, just a minute. Now, yesterday, this particular session was there. Now, you can come and see this particular, now, till this particular date, I'll come and give. Now, where did that go? Yesterday's session was this. Today's session is this. Now, if you click on particular yesterday's session play recording, we can see play recording also. Now, the one good thing about our application is you can click on this particular AI. As soon as you click on AI, it will go and analyze on whole class whatever things are there, and it will try to give you subtopics, what all things we have done. And if you're struck with any subtopics, we can easily click on that point. It will go and take that part and it will be able to show you. The same thing is there in our mobile application also. As soon as you log in, you'll be able to see these all things so that it is easy for you to, if you're stuck anywhere and all, you can go to that particular point and revise that particular point and do. These all things are there in your recorded sessions. Whenever you'll be getting, you'll be having that. It will take some time, 1 or 2 minutes to analyze the whole video because it will go from start to end. It will analyze and it will give you sub points and all. Until it does, let me go and duplicate this. Okay. Now, what you have to do, I'll show you that. But for you, there is something called as under module section. There is something called as SQL installation guide. You have to first go and click on installation guide. As soon as you go and click on installation guide, this particular MySQL installation, what you have to do, that has been given here. Go follow this every step. You have to go find whatever the steps have given, install for your Windows, go take now this particular, whatever the version is there, that might be the latest version, that 8.4 version might be there. You can go and click that. What all steps you have to do, install that, how to install, what all things you have to configure with respect to your laptop. Each and every step-by-step process is given here. Your first job is to go and do that. and make sure your MySQL is active inside your laptop. Will you do this today? Yes?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now, once you install everything, you have to do configure few environmental and all. What all things you have to do, I have given that. And go and search command line prompt MySQL -- version. You'll be able to see the version. That means that particular version is completely created. Now I will come and show. Now see, what is this video about? If I click, it will give all the information. This is the information what you can do. Each and every information it will give. Now, what's the purpose of this video? You can go and click on this video. It will take that particular point and it will show. Let me show you. Let me show you with the last batch. For example, this was an Airflow. Let it run. Now, first you go and do this installation. As soon as you go and do installation, you have to search for MySQL. Now, as soon as you search for MySQL, one particular workbench will come like this. Now, what is this particular workbench? Now, in your office, have you seen these rooms? Like this?
Yes.
What are these?
Data centers, data servers.
Do you have access for these rooms? Did you visit these rooms?
No.
Why? It's one of the very, very coldest room. Oh, temperature will be like 10 degree, 14 degree. They have maintained this all temperature. One of the very good room to go and work there. Why you don't have access? Huh? Okay. Okay. Now, what happens is, as I said, your database is what? Handle GBs of data or TBs of data might be there. You have a laptop. Maximum your laptop can handle 2 DB of data. If my company is having 10 DB of data, can I go and put that in my local? No, right? If I have 2 TBs of data also, my laptop will get struck because it will not be able to process any data information at all. It needs some storage also to process some data. So what usually any companies do is they will be having something called as a servers or data server. Under this server, we'll be maintaining our configurations, we'll be maintaining our storage. Each and everything will be maintaining under our servers. Now, this is your laptop where you have installed what? MySQL Workbench. Now, whenever there is something called as you go and connect your database, that database, you go and create a database, that database will be created under this servers, this storage service, they will be kept. You are having 10 DBs of data, that will be here. You are going and retrieving, that will bring and show you here. Now, this communication will happen through network. For that, you need to have your password and login information for this servers you will be doing. Now, this will be in your real time. In this way, I can go and communicate with different laptops, different teams, because each and everything will be communicating with one server. Now, when you install your MySQL, you have installed your MySQL what? Locally. Your database configuration, your storage, everything is coming from your local. That's the reason if you come and see here, you'll see local 360. That means that configuration is with respect to your local. As soon as I click, whatever the objects you create here, that is stored under your local database. It is not stored, it is stored in your local storage. It is not stored in any servers. Your servers, everything configuration is now with respect to local, whereas in your real time, that communication will be happening with respect to data centers. Are we good with this point? Yep.
Could you
Yes.
please explain again?
And what is that?
Could you please explain again?
Do you want me to explain this again?
Yes, please.
Okay, fine. Now, as I said, this is your MySQL. Okay. Now, anything, your database, as I said, a database is an object which has to go and store your data and all. To store that data, it requires storage. One thing. Now I'm going and communicating with my database. Your SQL language will come and communicate the database. To communicate, to do all these things, it requires some power. Without power, I cannot go and communicate with my databases and all. Now, to have that power, I need what? RAM, I need configuration, I need all those things, power and all that I require. Now, when I go and install my MySQL, it is like my own home. Okay, this is like my own home where I'm having all my particular facilities. I have my fridge, everything which I owned by myself. So whatever things I own, I can only go and use that particular things. That is why it is called as a local, where all storage, power, whatever you're doing, you're giving through your laptop. But in real time, I cannot go and put all these things. So what I'll do, I will keep that in one of the storage, like a storage you can consider, or all power, whatever is required, I will go and configure that. Now, from my MySQL workbench, when I come and create this connection, there is an option for connection. I'll say connection. As soon as you click on connection, I need to give my connection name. Let's say new connection. I gave my connection name. Now there is something called the host here. Host is nothing but where this particular application you have put, right? Where you have stored this particular, it will be having something called as IP address, or there will be some endpoint where I can go and connect to this particular service. I need to come and give that information here. Now, as soon as I give that information, there will be login and password to go and connect to this particular service. As soon as I come and give, then only I'll be able to test my connection. If everything is okay, a particular connection is created like this. As soon as I do, I click on this, you'll be able to open your database. Now, when this particular session will open, it will go and communicate through this particular storage and everything through the configurations, your user, password, everything. It will go and communicate using network. And then if everything is correct, it will go back and give that information, and you will be able to see that particular information. But now each and every power, everything you are giving from your local, since you have installed it as a normal software. Got it?
Yes.
Okay. Fine. Now, once you install, let me remove this. Okay. Once you install and once you log in, now Workbench is one of the UI based where you can go and communicate. You can write your code, everything with respect to MySQL. Now, whenever I write code in the backend, it will again go to my servers and it will communicate and it will show you all the information. Now, when I come and see this, you will be able to see this. As soon as I do, there is one particular button here, create a new SQL tab. As soon as I click, one particular tab is created. Now, this tab is nothing but where you are going and writing. It is called as a session. It is called as a session where you will go and write your code. Session, under this particular session, I am going and writing. Now, if you come and see, now as I explained you, we have databases. Under database, we have schema. But when you come to MySQL, your database and schemas are same. There is no, again, logical ordering of schemas because you cannot create any schema under your MySQL. But why did I explain is most of your databases will follow this database. Then if you come schema, then it will go and say objects. if you come and see your Snowflake. Now this is a database. This is a database. Under that, my particular database, I have what? Schema. This is my schema. Under that schema, I have created my particular tables. But here we don't have that. We have only particularly schema. For example, this is one database. Under that, directly we'll be going and creating our objects. That one thing. Now, how to go and create any particular database is nothing but we have to use what? What I have to use to go and create any objects or anything I need to go and communicate?
SQL.
I need to use SQL. Now, when I need to go and use SQL, for example, if you remember in your school days, college days and all, in your English, if you have English as a first language, second language, there is one specific subtopic called grammar. Anyone struggled with this grammar point? Past tense, future tense, past continuous, future continuous, is, and, at. Did you guys struggle with this? Anyone? At least remember? Yes or no? Do you guys remember or not? Or forgot everything with respect to grammar? We would have specific section, right? For grammar. Fill in the blanks. What you can fill here.
Yes, sir.
Now, if you have filled anything wrong, would you have got any marks at that time? No, right?
No.
Will you go and argue with your teacher saying that why it's correct? You have to use this only. Will you argue like that? No, right? Whatever is correct, that only they will give marks. Yes.
Yes.
In the same way, whenever you are communicating using SQL, there is something called as queries. Queries is nothing but it's a grammar inside your MySQL. You have to follow these set of queries only, this set of syntaxes. We can call it as syntax also. We can call it as queries also. You have to follow these rules and regulation only. If you don't follow, it will not be able to create anything. It will throw directly error saying that whatever you are writing is invalid syntax. For example, I'll say make database. Let's say Amazon DB. I'm saying, is my English wrong? It is correct, right? Is my English wrong here? I'm saying make database. I'll come and run this. What it said? It threw error saying that you have an error in SQL. Yes. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now I'll come and say create database. Okay. Are you seeing any X mark here? No, right? Now to run anything, I will copy this particular code. There is a button here, one flash button. I'll click on that. Now, as soon as it says here, create database, one row affected. One row is affected. Now, if you come and refresh this, I can see here Amazon DB. Yes. Can you see here? Schema under that Amazon DB is there. Now, this is nothing but syntax or query. You have to follow this grammar only. Now, don't come and ask why you wrote this, why you did not write other things, why you did not write created database, creating database. You cannot come and do that. Whatever the schemas are, whatever syntax are there, you have to come and use that only. Now, there are few lines here. If I come and execute, it is saying your syntax is wrong. But as soon as I put here one hash symbol, or I'll put double colon, double dash. And if I come and execute this, is this executing anything? Are you able to see any output? No, right? Now, whenever you use double dash like this or one particular hash like this, you are writing something called as comment. You are saying your data from MySQL, you are saying to database, don't go and run anything. It is just for a identify for just commenting purpose, where I am just showing that what I am doing. So it is for my purpose. Don't go and run. Now, when you go and execute this, now your computer is going and creating this as a software. Now your computer will not understand directly your MySQL. What will be happening is you wrote your particular SQL language in the backend. It will go and convert into a binary language. Binary language is nothing but 101010 based on whatever computer understanding language. Then your computer will understand this. It will execute, and again it will come back and convert into normal SQL, and it will show you whatever the data is there. So to go and communicate all these things, I'm saying whenever I'll put double hash or one hash or double dash, I'm saying don't convert this into computer language. It is just for a representation purpose. Fine. I created my first database. Now I have to go and use this particular database. Why? Because under this database only I'll be going and creating object. I'll say something called as use my particular database name. Now, after writing my code, I'm putting something called as a semicolon. Now, what do you mean by the semicolon is, I'm saying it's the end of my particular syntax. How do you have inside your grammar? At any particular end of sentence, you'll put one full stop. I'm saying it's the end of my one particular syntax. Don't go and combine these two particular syntaxes. Now I'll come and say use Amazon. Now, as soon as you do, are you able to see this is a highlighted mark here? It is highlighted. Yep. That means you are under this particular database now. Now, under this database, I can go and create any tables or anything I can do. Now, before going and further, I'll say create database again. I already have my Amazon DB. If I go and run this, will it execute? What do you think? What do you think? Will it create?
It will say it is already exists or something.
Now, I cannot create a Amazon DB because it already exists. Now, can any one person have same Aadhaar card? Two different person can have same Aadhaar card number? No, right? No, right? In the same way, inside your database, I can have only one uniquely identified database. Now I want to create another database. I'll say another DB2 like that. I'll give another naming convention and you are able to create another DB. Now I have this particular DB here. I have few tables here. I have sales, I have 1, 2, 3 tables. Now by mistakenly I have created this particular table. I need to remove this particular database only. I'll come and say drop database, my database name, that is sales, and I'll end my syntax. Now, as soon as I do this, is your database completely dropped? Yes. Yes. Are you able to see any sales here? No, right?
No.
Now, again, I'll come and create my database back. Is my tables are back? I had 3 tables, right? Are you able to see 3 tables? No, right? No, right? Now, once you drop your database, it is completely removed from your storage. You cannot come and access that back. So whenever we'll write any particular comments, you have to be very, very careful. Now, in the same way, we have different types of languages inside our SQL. How we have in grammar, past and future tense and all. In the same way, we have different language. One is DDL language. Another is DML language. Next is TCL language. Next is DQL language. And one more is transaction control, DCL language. Okay, these are different language. Now, what do you mean by DDL language? Is nothing but it is data definition language. Now, what do you understand by the word definition?
It will define
Defining
the
something.
structure of the object.
Anything that you are defining or creating a structure of your or altering your structure, anything with respect to structure of your object. For example, you have created a table, you have to add a column, you have to remove the column, you have to rename for what kind of data you are storing in column, you have to rename my particular table name. All that changes with respect to structure you are doing, that all things with respect to DDL language. Next is data manipulation language. What do you understand by manipulation? Manipulation.
Altering the contents within the object.
Now you have a data. I need to go and manipulate my data. I'm not going anything with respect to my structure of my data. I am going and working with the data that is already present. I am manipulating, I'm inserting a data, updating a data, deleting a data. These are all things I'll be doing with respect to manipulation. There is something called as a transaction control language. For now, you hold on this. I don't want to overcomplicate for you. Next is something called as DQL language, that is called as a data query language. Now, query is nothing but where you go and select any data, read any data, only reading purpose, querying purpose you are doing. That is called as a DQL language, or some database also called as a DRL, data read language also they will say. Next is nothing but data control language. What do you understand by the word control?
Control, like how you can control the data. So like providing access, grant,
Exactly.
and restricting the access.
It's basically on access. Whom I can go and give access, who can read my data, who cannot read my data, who can read which database, which tables and all. I can go and use this using DCL. You park for this because I need to explain few concepts. I don't want to overcomplicate. But when we come back on next class, we'll be directly starting with DDL, DML. So since this is your first class on SQL, go and install. I don't want to keep everything put on your head. But once we come back, real coding will be starting from your next class. That's it for today's class. If you have any doubts, please let me know.
I have one question. So, when we are working at the real time, so you were saying that the data resides in the data center. So, I am a bit confused. The data resides in data center or the MySQL where we are creating the databases or the tables?
See, when you go and work in real time, you will be given access for this workbench, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you are going and I'm creating here. I created what? I said create database, my database name.
Yeah.
This database you are seeing here.
Yeah.
If you come and see in your MySQL installation, you have given one particular path. When you go and install your MySQL, you say install the software into this path, right? Under that path, there will be one folder for data. That data, whatever you are creating, for example, I add one table. For that, I have added 10 different records. It has to store somewhere.
Yeah.
So now, since I installed my particular application in my local, while configuring what I did, for example, you come here and you give steps. You gave here MySQL server. You took all the servers and all, and where is path? When you go and install, this is a path. You can see all the applications here.
Yeah.
It has gone and stored your all related to servers, whatever the things, whatever the storage where I can need to manage, it is storing here now. But in real time, you will only give direct access to the workbench. What they have done, they have installed that in a servers. Data center servers will be there. There they have all this particular storage, everything will be there. When I go and communicate, it will be always going there and storing there. Because you now as a team, now whatever changes I do, can you go and come and access this?
No.
Why? It is in my own local laptop, it's there, right? Yes. I installed all in my local, but you are working in real time. Whatever the data you are accessing, other people also can access.
Yes.
Why? Because that all data is in data center and you're communicating that using Workbench, using network.
Okay.
Got it?
But when we are doing it in the local, the server is installed in our local system only. So that's why we are able to communicate, right? When we are
Yeah.
doing it at the local.
Yeah. Because this is not a real-time servers we are bringing. We are just learning the tool, right? So everything is in local.
Okay. But the data always resides at the server only, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
From
Always
where we
build
get.
the server. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Fine. Any other doubts?
No, no. When we install the software, this MySQL on our PC, our laptop, so it will store in our data, our laptop only, right? It will not go to the server.
Yeah. It will not go in a server. It's your laptop is only your server.
Yeah. So client and server both will be in our laptop.
Yeah.
So when we go to real time, maybe the client will be on the laptop. The server will always be connected to the data centers.
You can say this is a client where you are going and writing everything is a client. Servers will be in data centers.
Yeah. So Sagar, I have one question here. So you in the very first slides, so you discussed about SQL and the non-SQL, that MongoDB and all, right? So mainly any client or any organization, which scenario? So basically they go for a no SQL
If you
databases.
have continuous streaming data, you are coming, continuous logs are generated, where unstructured data is continuously it is generated. I need to go and capture on real-time basis. At that time, NoSQL will come best.
So for retrieval process, it won't be that as much as good, right? So because it is not in a tabular format, you said.
Yeah,
So
that's
then
what we have to again connect to NoSQL and we have to convert that into tabular inside Snowflake. That will be done in real time. Just to
So
capture data, we'll be using NoSQL. It's not a querying tool.
just to like a storage only.
Yeah, storage. It
So
doesn't have
whenever
very syntaxes and all. It doesn't have that much.
so whenever like if we want to bring that, definitely we need to use again SQL or something like that.
Usually what we do, we capture that and store that in your NoSQL. From NoSQL, again, we connect Snowflake or we connect Databricks and all. We convert that unstructured data into tabular structure in Snowflake.
Okay. Okay. So in what structure basically it stores in that NoSQL?
I showed you, no? It will be in key value base.
Okay. So
Where is that?
yeah, you have shown that ID1 or something like that.
It will be like key value pairs, like JSON data it will be showing.
So if we have millions of records also, it will be like in this format only.
Yep. There will be no row, columns, nothing.
It will occupy more space then, right?
No, why it will occur more space? If you're creating table structure, it is occupying, right? You are converting into table and doing all. It is as it is you are bringing.
Okay.
Yes, Sagar, I have one question here. We are bringing the unstructured data into Snowflake, right? Already tables are created in Snowflake, or we, as a developer, we need to create this target tables like Snowflake tables.
We'll create a tables and we convert unstructured data and make it a structured data. For that, we have to write a code to convert unstructured data to structured data. That we have to do as a developer.
Even creation of all objects in that Snowflake
if
as a developer response.
Yeah, if it requires the developer responsibility.
How about indexes and performance tunings, everything?
There is no indexes in Snowflake. It's only in on-prem. So again, optimization part and all, there is different things in Snowflake.
Okay. The execution, stat collection, everything we are doing in in Oracle, right?
That all things are in on-prem. Now everything is eliminated in Snowflake because they have come up with a lot of features inside Snowflake. You no need to worry about stats and all. Automatically, Snowflake is taking care of all. You have to do some little bit configurations.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, sir. Yeah.
Yep. Any other doubts?
Hi, Sagar. So we'll be building the ETL pipelines also as a part of like this course.
Yeah. Let me show what all things will build. So, as I said, this will be the first project which we'll be doing with SQL. once we complete our basics and all, how to create tables and all, once we get started with real-time intermediate level, I'll be creating one particular DB I'll be giving, and assignments will be given on top of this, where we'll be learning all particular how to do coding part. After we finish our Snowflake, we'll be building one end-to-end project. First project will be mainly with respect to Snowflake, and it is a store procedures. Everything will be writing code and all dynamic code store procedure. Everything will be doing, and we'll be building end-to-end pipeline inside Snowflake. It will be completely with respect to Snowflake. Once we finish DBT, we'll build end-to-end pipeline in DBT. Once we complete our DBT, we'll learn Snowpark and Databricks. We'll build end-to-end pipeline as a project inside our Databricks. And once we come to AWS, we'll be building more than 10 plus pipelines and a big project where end-to-end you can build everything using Iceberg, everything, data migration, everything we'll do. And this will be the project which will building using AI. We'll use ChatGPT, we'll use Copilot and all, how to create our pipelines and all, we'll be seeing that. Then again, once we complete all the concept with respect to ADF or different activities, we'll be building end-to-end pipeline, bringing on-prem to Snowflake, implementing incremental loading in Snowflake, how to do all these things, we'll be building that. Once we finish Airflow, again, we'll build end-to-end pipelines in Airflow. At the end, if time permits, I'll also show Kinesis how to use one streaming data to our Snowflake. I'll be showing you this, or we'll be providing this as a recorded session.
Okay, so we'll be building the pipeline on on Azure as well as AWS.
Yeah, this is Azure,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, ADF. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everywhere we'll be building pipeline. More than 50 plus pipelines we'll be building. More than 30 plus use cases we'll be doing. Projects will be around six to seven projects we'll be doing. Altogether, 5 to 6 months it will take. But as soon as we finish concepts, we'll be doing that. Not all together.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Any other doubts?
Apart from technical, if you have any other concerns, guys, this is Mahesh. So you can ask me any career related also. I'm happy to help you guys. Related to job placement, how we are building your resume, and what other facilities we are able to provide you. All these kind of questions, if anyone have, so we are very happy to help you. So technically, along with the course, we are trying to make with our supporting your portfolio building, your LinkedIn optimization. So we are trying to make it like you are active in LinkedIn by end of this course. The placement is not going to be start after 6 months. The placement related things going to be start from the day one of the course. Maybe another 3 more sessions is there. You can understand. So once the regular classes is started, the paid sessions. So we will consider the day one onwards your placement will start. That not mean we are building resume and applying for the interviews, but building step by step. Example, building your social media portfolio like a LinkedIn. So how we are active in Facebook, Instagram, these kind of era, right? But until you are getting placed, you have to be more active on your LinkedIn. So step by step, we are focusing there, how to build looks like your profile exactly a Snowflake data engineer, right? So all these kind of things we are going to be take care. Yes, PySpark also we are covering Deepak in this. Snowpark and PySpark, the combinations we are covering in this course. In this, anyone have a questions, team? Any concerns, doubts?
Yeah, I have one question, Sagar.
Yes.
Yesterday demo we discussed like any unstructured data we are bringing into Snowflake, right? So in what and after that you discussed about Snowpark also. Snowpark we are writing the PySpark code and everything you told, right? In what anyhow we are bringing the unstructured data into Snowflake. In what scenario you are going with Snowpark leveraging Snowpark? In what purpose it is mainly, and how the industry is using Snowpark?
Okay. So you can SQL can handle any kind of data. Okay, it can handle TBs of data also. But in some of the project, what will happen? All project, whatever migration will be done, it will be not SQL related only, right? There will be always they already written a Python code. Again, they don't want to go and convert this to SQL. So at that time, Snowpark is one of the tool where we can come and use that particular tool. And if you want to have more processing power, more than that, what Snowflake is offering, under Snowpark, we have more optimized and more high cache level power. So it will give like TBs of TBs, huge TBs of data is there I want to process. At that time, your Snowpark will come in.
So in that scenario, we need to explain the interviewer saying that I have good experience in Snowflake development in using SQL as well as Python.
Yeah,
That
because
means
nowadays they're asking Snowpark also. Without Snowpark, if you have the Snowpark, you will be considered then who don't know Snowpark.
okay. In the job description itself, we need to mention both the ways I work like that, right?
If you can go and check you can go and check any job profile. If Snowflake is there, they are asking Snowpark also. And if you know PySpark, you know Snowpark. There is literally no difference. 95% of the code is same.
Just difference is to process huge amount of data in the format of file format data. You are using Snowpark. That's it, right?
And what happens when PySpark you're doing, it's a distributed system. It makes use of Spark architecture. Your Snowpark will convert everything in the backend to SQL and it execute inside your Snowflake.
Okay.
So it is not using distributed system.
Huge amount of unstructured data process.
Not only unstructured, structured data also you can process using Snowpark.
Okay.
Okay.
But still, I am confusing here, Sagar. In which scenario we are going to leverage Snowpark? In which scenario you are going for the SQL?
See, as I said, if you're working with Python related projects, for example, now this is a Python code.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Now, if this particular project, whatever I'm migrating my particular project, it might be an on-prem Spark system. I'm migrating that to Snowflake. Now, if I ask you to convert this into SQL, it's a very headache for you, right?
Okay, okay, I got it now. So already existing Databricks or PySpark projects, we are bringing that code into the Snowpark.
Yeah, that one
and
thing.
We are,
that one thing you can do. Second thing is, I want to maintain my project in the form of Python. I need to have all code building kind of things and all, where I have more use case using logic building when you compare to that of SQL. At that time, I'll go with Snowpark.
Okay, I got it, Sagar. Thank you.
Okay, fine.
Very simple way, easy task, maybe we can do with the SQL, and very two complex concepts, we will use a Snowpark.
Yeah, you can say that.
Thank you. Thank you, Mesh. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you, Sagar. Guys, if you have any other questions apart from technical, maybe we can meet on Monday with the Sagar. So apart from technical, if you have any other concerns or doubts, you can ask me. So
yesterday we were asking about the fee and also
yeah. So Ram, it is the course fees will be like 40,000. You can able to check it on our website directly. So you can go and pay there. Ram, where are you from?
I mean,
Ram, right?
yeah.
Yeah, you are from which part of India?
Hyderabad.
Hyderabad. Okay. Satupalya?
No, Kadapa.
Kadapa. Okay. No, my surname also same. That's the reason I'm asking. Curious. Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
yeah, we have been like, I don't know, like from 10 to 12 years. Yeah, I mean, I've been seeing you on Facebook, but we never
Okay,
contact.
okay, Ram. Yeah, this is our course, Snowpark. Sorry, Snowflake. You can able to go and you can pay from here directly also. Okay. And you have all the options like a credit card, debit card, whatever you want. So we have all the options. To install three installments, it's go for 45. Two installments will be 40. One time, if you are able to pay, it may make 38,000 directly with a discount, we can say. Hmm? Directly from here, all the credit card, debit card, phone pay, Google Pay, everything options will be there.
So when next demo, sir? Actually, I joined,
Yeah.
but due to
Yeah,
the
wait.
schooling for
All
my
these five
kids.
classes are demos. We can say there is no demos technically, but first five classes we are not going to be charge any single penny. Reason, you just need to understand how the way of our teaching style you are able to understand or not. So technically you are good to understand, or else we are really good to teach. So all these you can able to understand the first five sessions. So Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, continuously the 5 classes will be free sessions only. You can check it like how the Sagar is teaching, or else you have any other questions or doubts, we can discuss, and then you can pay by Thursday. The first classes is there on YouTube already. I will share that link also with you. Okay, so first 5 classes will release in YouTube as well, and it's there in our website also. You can directly go and check it in under free sessions, or else in under upcoming session. There you can pay directly.
So in your website, these events are there, right? 5 classes.
Yes, yes. These 5 now current session also it's going live actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sending the yesterday's session link. You can check it, and today's session link also I will share here. Are you there in our WhatsApp group, Venkat?
Yeah, just
Okay.
yeah.
We
Today
will
I
share.
added actually.
Okay, we will share there also, and we will give some interesting polls. And regularly, those kind of things will happen to engage with the regular content. So technically, the content is little lengthy. Some people may felt like it's too long for the Snowflake, but reality, all we are trying for better packages and better opportunities, right? So we have to be understand all the concept. That's the reason the course duration going for 6 months.
So what are
But
the
will be the
timings, sir?
batch time?
Same timing, 8 to 9:30 every day.
8 to 9:30.
Monday to Friday, Saturday and Sunday, no sessions mostly. Whenever any technical additional concept or else when trainer want to take, they will discuss with the class. All people are comfortable, then only there will be weekend session. Other than that, continuously Monday to Friday.
Okay. Okay, sir. I will go through.
Sure.
Just now I pinged.
Okay,
Could you please
Sure, sir.
share that?
Sir, can we get the course details on the website?
Yes. You can download the curriculum directly from there also.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, you can go and check it in upcoming session. There also you will get. Or else you can approach our team, so they can also give you the course curriculum and fee structure, everything.
Sure. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So these are the 2 days classes links, right?
Today's even the current running session link also there.
Okay, yesterday and today. Okay.
Yesterday and today, only 2 lectures.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay. So anyone from old batch Power BI students, I seen this and looks like some names are very familiar to me. Kalpesh, anyone? Any old Power BI students? Venkat Ramana also looks like some similar name, but Janaki is the same Janaki Ram, different. Anyone are already our old students are there here?
Yeah, Mahesh, hi, Kalpesh there.
Yeah, hi Kalpesh, hi. So your company is using Snowflake now?
I'm not joining that purpose. I want to upgrade myself, so
Yeah,
that's
that's
why.
right. That's right.
Before
No,
before
because I'm
before
observing a couple
getting
of people, they are joining either Power Platform or data engineering for upgrading from Power BI to next level. So I'm just curious.
Mahesh, I want your 5 minutes. I just WhatsApp you
Yeah, sure. We can discuss.
and just give me your available slot on WhatsApp. Means I want to talk to you with
You
you
can
for
call me
five.
after this session also directly.
Yes, I can call you. And very thank you, Mahesh. I'm hello everyone. I'm a student of 2023 batch March, and from there I have connected with KSR. The teaching experience, we can say that they are teaching in a professional way. They teaching each and everything, because after this 2023 I have watched so many institute. They are not taking cloud related classes, like for Power BI we have a Power BI service, but they don't take Power BI service. They only take the Power BI desktop, DAX, and Power Query editor. But the main point is Power BI service, that is a cloud related. So you all are in correct place.
Yeah, thank you, Kalpesh. So there are a lot many content is going to be changed. Example, page network reports, not the part at your time, like in 23. We added that in 25.
Yes.
So fabric also obviously not there at that time. So it depends on the requirements. We need to add the skill set. Even Snowflake also same. When the first batch started, it's hardly for 2.5 to 3 months only. Now it's becoming 6 months. No Snowpark at that time. No Python at that time. Only AWS with the Snowflake and SQL. That's it. So when companies are expecting more skills, we have to be learn all the things, right?
Mahesh, there is one more batch going on for data engineering, which is with respect to multi-cloud. So, what is
Yes.
the difference between these two courses? I was actually confused.
Yeah. There is no Snowflake for them. That is the only SQL, Python, and more focus on Azure and AWS, Azure and Fabric. Here, more focus on Snowflake and Azure will be the supporting subject here. Example, like you can say there is some multi-star movies, right? In some movies, like other hero will be like as just a supporting or guest actor. Similar way in Snowflake, AWS and Azure will be the guest support roles only, but main content will be Snowflake. Snowflake is actually data warehousing tool, not like in a complete cloud engineering. Got it right? Here Snowflake, good thing will be almost to 40% curriculum is similar.
So
And
this
initially depends on the
combination,
market requirements. Companies will use sometimes Snowflake, some cases they will use completely an Azure cases only. So depends on their requirement. We are changing the different curriculum.
sir, I got a course Azure Data Factory and PySpark, but Synapse.
Where
But
it is?
here actually that sir told the Snowflake database also as a target. It will
Yes,
be in
yes.
some projects like that.
Mhm.
So according to that, I am willing to learn here.
Okay, got it.
So Sagar
You
class
have
will help it
connectivity
out, right?
between.
Yes, yes, sir. If you want to become Snowflake data engineer, this is the right course. If you want to become a cloud Azure engineer or something, that multi-cloud data engineering. It's a name multi-cloud data engineering, but main focus will be on Azure.
Okay, that's not covering AWS.
AWS also will cover, but Azure will be the main part, and AWS and GCP will be the like example. We can say we worked on last two projects on Azure, but we have an idea on AWS and GCP also. We can say in the interview in that level.
Okay,
After
but
completing
PySpark
Azure,
and
how
all
it will
will
be
be
in
covered in
AWS
both of them.
environment, how it will be in
Mhm.
GCP environment, we are going to be cover that. It's not end to end. If end to end means again it will take another 2 months time.
Okay, but the PySpark and
Everything is
big
covering.
data.
I will tell you. SQL, Python, PySpark is common here also. And there we are covering more into the Azure, big data, and Hadoop is also going to be covered there. Azure, Data Factory, Databricks, Data Lake, Synapse, every topic of Azure is covering in that course. Here, SQL and Python is common. PySpark also, same. Snowpark will be there additionally here. Snowflake will be additional. DBT will be additional, and Matillion will be additional here.
Okay, okay, and both are AI powered, right?
AI powered, yes. Now every course is AI powered. We don't have any option. Every domain it's entering AI.
And Gen AI?
Generate, that's different course. Generative AI, two things, ma'am. If you want to become an AI engineer, that course is different. AI scientist, like ML engineer, AI engineer, there you have to build a similar AI kind of tool. But in the Snowflake, we are using AI tool to make our pipeline is easy. Both are different.
Okay, okay. That LLM models, that is altogether a different course, right?
Yes, yes. That is that teach by Koti that you need to understand complete concept. First, you know to know SQL, Python, ML also. So in that course, we will teach from SQL, Python, machine learning, deep learning, NLP, then generative AI, agentic AI, and AI agents. Everything is going to be covered in that course.
Got it.
In
Thank
these
you.
courses, we are using already pre-built AI tools to make it our work easy.
Okay, okay, got it.
Okay.
I heard that some of the interviews they're asking Cortex AI also. You are covering that also. What is Cortex AI?
What it is, to be frank, I'm not sure. I need to check with my trainers only. Today only I'm very. It's maybe any
Snowflake
another tool
Cortex,
build.
Snowflake Cortex is
Okay, okay.
kind of
Snowflake point of view, he will cover then. Every even new topic, even yesterday they released also, Sagar is going to be cover that part.
Mahesh, I have a doubt.
Yeah.
In the Snowflake part, we are going to use AWS and Azure Data Factory, right?
Yes.
Usually, for those, we have to create a free trial accounts using our debit
Yes.
or credit
So
cards.
every these things we have a 1 month free trial. You can use your credit card. If it's after 1 month still you want to use, you can use a different card and different email ID. We don't have an option. We can't give any the sandbox or something for this.
Okay.
Sandbox is not sufficient for what we are practicing. So we have to use our card only, credit card or debit card. Some cases even debit card will works.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. Hi, Sharman.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask, is this like the only batch for the Snowflake?
Sorry.
Is this the only batch for Snowflake
Yes,
available?
yes, sir. Currently, this is the only batch.
Like,
Sagar also, he was going joining his another office meeting in another 5 minutes. So only morning sessions we have. So
because
another is a 6:30. It's a in between actually, and this course will be 8 o'clock. 6:30 to 8 is one session, and 8 to 9:30 another session. Two
uh,
sessions taking.
so morning 6:30 we are having one session.
Yes. It's in between almost. I guess more than a month. It's done. I guess
Acha, okay. Because
not
actually
more than
what
a
is
month, more than
happening
that.
now next, actually I am having a 2.5-year-old son, and
Uh-huh.
next,
Sharvin, you can do one thing. You can join even if required. I can assign the both courses. So you can join morning 6:30 class also, and 8 o'clock session. Once live is completed, go with the record.
yeah, because actually what is happening now, he is
Hmm.
actually his school is going to start now. That
Yeah,
is,
I can understand.
that's why I was asking.
Yes, I can understand. So I will assign you both courses. SQL, the morning 6:30, and you can join the live classes, understand how the trainer is teaching. And 8 o'clock class, you can go with the missed class record. By 9:30 class will finish. Maximum by 10 o'clock record will be uploaded. So once you become free in the day, evening time or something, you can try to complete the record lecture. So once new batch start again in 6:30, and after 2 months or 3 months, you can rejoin. You no need to pay extra double time. So within a 8 to 9 months, we have a privilege to change the batch.
Okay, fine. I'll just try that tomorrow and I'll let you know.
Sure, Sharon.
So here only codes are a project also.
Sir, in 6 months, we have without a project, it's not possible. Even the projects he explained in the initial level only, how many projects we are covering.
Okay.
SQL
Yeah.
will have a separate project, Python will have, and all together again, at least the 3 to 5 projects will be there.
No.
And after completing from our side, you have to take it as a hackathon or a challenge completely from the raw. You have to make one project. It's as a, like an assignment. Without anyone support, you need to understand like what from the client there, what he was requesting and how to do like a kind of hackathons we have to be participate in the end of the course.
Okay.
Okay.
Very good.
So after this course, we can say in our resume, 5 years we have experience on Snowflake data engineering. Up to 5 years, that much of knowledge you can able to deliver. And apart from that, we have some very good tools for an interview preparation. It's a completely built by our internal team. Good thing is recently we got like, and we are going for the investors. We got some good investors for this invest on this, and they are taking it to the next level. We are giving to the some colleges also. This clear my entry will help you. It's a work as a completely AI tutor. It will ask questions and it will help you to build the resume. Even each JD, it's a depends on the JD also. It will give the difference between matching skills and mismatching skills. So I will give this link also. You can give it a try. It's the first 5 interviews are free, and it's costing around 50 interviews around 2,000 rupees, I guess. But for KSR students, you will get at 200 rupees. Let me show you. Anyone resume is there handy with you now?
Yeah, my
We can
resume
try.
is there.
You have a resume?
Yes.
Able to send to me on WhatsApp or else in my mail ID. In which domain you are working currently?
ETL.
Okay. ETL tester, right?
ETL developer.
Yeah, ETL developer. Let me check. I will check on random JD. Okay.
Okay.
You sent me on WhatsApp or else an email?
Yeah. Can you ping me your mail ID?
Yes. I'm pinging here. You can check it. I sent you. Check it once. So we have an option for a technical interview, behavioral interview, and interview practice. Interview practice without any resume. We can able to do practice only the technical topic point of view. Example SQL. In SQL, if you want to go with the joins or else entire SQL, and question mode again in multiple ways, technical, situational, scenario based architecture. Let's try with the technical. It will
What
take
are
it.
the key differences between clustered and non-clustered indexes in SQL?
Anyone have idea on this question, guys? Anyone? So once if anyone knows the answer, right, we just need to click on the record and you just
What
speak
are the
it, it will
difference
convert as a
between
text.
the
Yes.
clustered and non-clustered indexes?
Okay. So let me give you a try. Maybe you can try after that also. So physically sort the stores and the data table based on the index key. So the only one clustered index is allowed per table. So it's non-clustered index means creates a separate index structure that stores the key and pointer to the actual tables and rows. Multiple non-clustered index are allowed per table. Guys, I'm not expert in SQL. Okay. Click on
I
it.
see.
It will evaluate the answer and it will shoot the second question. I'm just
Explain the
submitting with one
difference
only. You
between the
can see
button and
the
the
how
thumb.
it's evaluate also. You can able to download your video, so you no need to be depend on any manual manpower, and you can check it multiple 10 interviews or for 20 interviews, and you can check each interview how you are giving actually. It will be help you to boost your confidence and check the view report, guys. This is the question. What I given the answer and it's giving feedback. I got 75 because I read it. It's not from my actual answer. Till this, it's giving positive answer. You can see the negative feedback. However, the response lacks of clarity and precision. And its language used them as short stores. My slang also not so good. It's giving answer here. You can see the feedback and recommendation where you have to be practicing better way. Okay. So when you are trying for 10 interviews here, why can't we can clear any other interviews? Right?
Sir, I sent my
Yes.
resume.
This one, right, sir? Okay, I need a PDF, but okay, let me try. I will convert to PDF.
Okay. Not that one.
Not this one. When okay, okay, sorry.
Data stage resume like that. Again, ETL data stage. दूसरा वेंकटरमण.
Okay. So let for resume analysis first.
Okay.
Upload resume. Load and analyze. So it your designation will be ETL developer, right?
Yeah, you can put.
And I'm picking any one random opening like ETL developer in some other some company here, right? Pick the JD. Oh, this one. So how many skills are matching? How many skills are not matching as per this company's JD? It will pick you. It will take hardly 30 seconds to analyze the entire your resume. You can see all these skills are matching. There are some mismatching skills like a shell scripting, maybe not there in your resume, right, sir?
Yeah, that word or not.
Yeah. Informatica Power Center, maybe this particular word or Oracle SQL Server or MySQL. So what are the skills are not as per this JD it's showing. So
Okay.
usually we will prefer at least 75% will be the good score. If it's less than that, we will verify where exactly miss. Maybe it's mostly with the ATS score.
Okay.
Skill gap analysis, you can check it. What are the skills are getting gap, matching skills, missing skills. Okay, structured and format. Maybe because of structure and format, it's may got a less ATS score.
Okay.
Okay, good points and overall score. And now, as of now, this is the only we are giving the inputs only. But next version we are making is the updated version resume. Also, your system only will prepare. Depends on, like example, every company's JD, when you are trying to apply for this company, right? You
Yeah.
can try with the correcting your resume. And also when we are going for interview, right, it will ask questions depends on the JD, not as per the resume.
Mhm.
So we are predicting, you can see the all the JD automatically it's pick here. If you want, you can add project from your resume again. When you are going for interview, it will ask questions depends on JD. So on
Okay.
average, we can predict 40% of the questions what we are going to be get by tomorrow interview.
Introduce yourself.
Yeah, got it.
Hi, this is Mahesh. I have around 10 years of work experience as a ETL developer. Currently, I am working with the KSR Data Vision. Now, technical question it will ask, you can check it, it's a valid questions or not.
You observe that an Informatica IICS task is consistently failing due to a connection timeout with the REST API source. How would you troubleshoot this issue, and what steps would you take to improve the connection's reliability?
Is it correct a question, sir? Venkatramana, right?
Yes, yes.
Do you have idea on this question?
Yeah, in the place of Informatica, mine is the
Let's try
data.
to record. Maybe it will picking or not. I'm not sure from the different systems, right? We'll give it a try. Okay, check it and please try to answer this one once.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can answer, sir.
Yeah, I'm using a ETL tool, data stage for extract, transform, and loading purpose. So in the part of our data warehouse building.
Okay, maybe it's not picking properly. Maybe in your own system it may get easily. Let me try. I'm just trying to answer from the internet only. I'm not sure. Okay. First, we have to check the task logs and REST API endpoint connectivity to identify the cause of timeout. Then increase the connection timeout, enable retries, and optimize the API request size or a pagination to improve reliability.
You're tasked with migrating an on-premise Informatica.
Okay, I'm submitting the interview. So if you will get 11 questions, means one self-introduction question and rest 10 will be technical questions. Okay. It will evaluate all the things and it will give my overall score and each question review also. You can download your video and you can validate how you given the answers and check the view report. I got only 13 score out of 100. First we did given all the answers. You can see self-introduction. Saying like it's too brief, lack of proper details. My introduction is not good, it's saying directly. Okay, and ideal answer.
Okay.
And our answer, ideal answer should be it's giving complete information.
Yeah.
This I didn't answer, it's showing like not answered and that's giving the complete answer. So when we are trying for 10 times, any interview we can able to clear in real time. Right?
Correct. I got it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, any other questions? And we also have a portfolio buildings also. If anyone interested, we can able to help you with your portfolio building. Okay, let me show you any. Yes. Yeah. So similar kind of portfolio, everyone can get it. Usually we are forcing them for freshers, but who are holding experience also can give a try. You can see one end-to-end project explaining by the trust student itself.
Hi everyone. In this project, my responsibility was to analyze 1 year of transactions and fraud data. We handled
Okay, including self-introduction, but for experienced people also can explain 2-3 projects and it will boost your confidence. So for sure, it won't happen in one single time, right? So when you are trying for multiple times, you will get a more confidence. And placement cell session we will conduct every alternate day. Maximum I only will conduct the session. If I miss, my team will take care. Monday at 11 o'clock and Wednesday at 4 o'clock and Friday at 7 p.m. Today 7 p.m. we have a session. All our old students, any batch of a student can join and ask me like, Mahesh, I'm not getting calls. Getting in a call, it's a completely our responsibility. It's not like a helping or else just making the resume. Even after 2 years or 3 years also can join. Example, Kalpesh, it's been 3 years, 23 minutes. He can join. Kalpesh can ask me, Mahesh, I'm not getting calls now. So we are there to help you to build your resume and to get the calls. But only thing after I'm explaining how to get the calls and you have to be follow that. If I said like you have to apply at least 20 companies per day, yes, we have to be applied. And apart from that, any other concerns also like your BGV related, sometimes there are notice period related, all those things also I will try to help you to get come out of from that issue. Example, yesterday one guy got 3 offers, but he was confused to pick anyone. And similar way, one company had some BGV issue. He didn't get any salary from one company, but it's showing in Form 16. It's happened by mistake. So the HCL, he got job in HCL. So they are raising in a red flag. So how to get out from that concerns also we are discussing, and we written a solid email. Then they also convinced. Until you are settled in your job, so our support will be continuously will for not like after paying the fees or else after 6 months, our relation is not going to be end. So it will be like a continuous process. Whenever you guys need any support, yes, you can write an email or else you can call me. Okay. Okay, guys, then we can meet on Monday.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. I will wait for another 2-3 minutes. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Then we can meet on Monday.
Thanks, Mahesh. Can we connect one-on-one for
Yes, sir. You can text me. You can give me a call after this. Maybe I have 3 calls now. There is a missed calls. After completing, you can give me a call.
Sure.
I given my number. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.